A poet from Dorset has been at 10 Downing Street this evening. Ben Kaye was invited to meet the Prime Minister because of the work he's been doing to raise awareness of human trafficking.
Ben's written the words to an opera which explores the issue. It's been composed by Adam Gorb and it will be performed for the first time in the new year. Spotlight's Dorset reporter Simon Clemison has more.
The first bars to emerge of an opera score which began life in the mind of a poet from Dorset. It is an art form expressing emotion and is sometimes revealing about society. Human trafficking, then, may not seem such an unusual subject choice. A modern-day opera reflecting what campaigners call modern-day slavery. I caught up with Ben Kaye at his home in rural Dorset.
The more I read into it, the more horrified I became. I mean, I think some of the stories wouldn't have been out of place in, for example, the concentration camps of Nazi Germany. And because I'm a poet and a lyricist, because I write words for composers, I wanted to use that really as a platform.
According to one senior detective, the trade in human beings may be a problem for the countryside as well as the inner city. Dorset police say it's not a major concern here. But victims may be too frightened to come forward, and charities who point out there are a number of ways you can arrive in the county are trying to raise awareness.
Is it happening in your neighbourhood? Is it happening down your road? What to look for? You know, is there a house in your road that's got lots of men coming and going? Are the curtains drawn during the day? Are the women ever, you know, if there's women living there, are they ever allowed out on their own? Have you noticed this? There's all sorts of signs that the general public need to be aware of.
The opera, titled Anya17, is starting to attract interest from singers. It follows the lives of 4 women from Eastern Europe and the abuse they suffer at the hands of their traffickers in the UK. The characters are fictional, but what happens to them is almost entirely drawn from real-life experiences. The project is supported by a number of charities and has the backing of the UN. Art imitating life in the hope that fewer people may suffer in the real world as a result. Simon Clemison, BBC Spotlight.